Today I've got a 2-for-1 recipe for you. That's right. One video, 2 recipes. Let's go. All right, so it's no secret. Keto Chow has a new flavor that they just released. It's a limited time option, a limited time flavor. It's banana bread. So I figured, you know what? I've been working on this new chaffle recipe. Let's go ahead and make a banana bread version. I love it. I'm using ricotta cheese. This is grain-free baking powder that I found. It's a little expensive, but hey, it's my health, right? Beef gelatin powder, because I got tired of buying the little boxes of beef gelatin. This is some allulose that I have. I got this so I could make the chaffles and the little muffins brown up really nice, as you'll see here in the video. Pecan flour. Now, this is one of those things that you can do without. You don't need pecan flour in this recipe, and I think I'm going to try it again without it, but it gives it a little bit of color and a little bit of flavor. And this is the ricotta cheese being dumped in here. It's 1 can, jar, tub, whatever. 4 grams of carbs, 7 servings per container. That's 6 eggs there. Yup, dumping them in. And we're going to mix them up. It does get really smooth. I think this might have been a little easier and faster if I used a food processor or the blender, but I had just used the blender for another video and I didn't want to clean it. So here we are with this bowl. So I do get it really nice and smooth. It just takes a little bit of elbow grease. And it's awful thin here. But as you see, as this goes along, it gets smoother. And then once I've added in the ingredients, though, there's the baking powder there. That's about 2 teaspoons of a teaspoon. And that's 2 tablespoons of gelatin. We're going to give that a good mix. Mix it in really well. Make sure there's no lumps. It's really smooth. It's nice and good. This is the almond flour, the pecan flour rather. That's about a 1/2 cup. Like I said, that's optional. You really probably don't even need it. I think I'm going to go and make another batch later this week without it, and just to see how it turns out. And there's the allulose. That's about a 1/4 cup of allulose. And you can see it's getting thicker here. And again, like I said, I use the allulose. It doesn't really add a whole lot of sweetness, but it does add that browning. And here we go, the Keto Chow. This is the new flavor, again, limited edition banana bread flavor. So we're going to mix that in, make a little bit of a mess, as you can see. As you can see, it's already starting to get nice and thick. That gelatin really does a wonderful job of thickening things up. I'm going to get it all mixed up really well here. See, it's nice and thick compared to where it was earlier on. And here's my 2 chaffle makers, my 2 Dash Minis. I have a link for these if you don't have any by now. You're like the last person on earth, but I'll put a link in the description below where you can find some of these Dash Minis. They're perfect to have. I do want a 4x4 or a 4 chaffle maker. See, as you can see, these do get a nice brown little crust on them. So, I mean, they're really pliable. They get a nice crust on the outside, and on the inside, they're nice and moist still. I really attribute that to the ricotta. So, I mean, you can go totally grain-free with this if you don't put the pecan flour in. Pretty awesome. I love it. I'm going to make some more this week, and I'm going to make breakfast sandwiches out of these. Yeah, just going to make 2 more here. Pretty quick like. And then I've got the second recipe. Really, 1 recipe, 2 ways to cook it, as you'll see in just a minute here. Dropping them down. See, they're nice and pliable. They won't fall apart. Yeah, so they brown up real nice. I'm gonna say that's all because of the allulose. Allulose does a wonderful job. The rolling technique of my little, watch the roll. The roll. There you go. See, we're going to spray this down. So this is where the reason for that short the other day was from, where I went to buy the ghee in a can so I can spray this down and realize it had canola oil in it. So this just says avocado oil. So I got my little scoop. We're going to just dunk these in here pretty quick. Again, same recipe, same bowl, different cooking method. These are going to make these tiny little muffins. And they're real moist. When they come out, they're so good. Figured some chocolate chips on a couple of them, about half will be good. I'm editing this video and Shander has already eaten the entire half that had chocolate chips on it. So there's that. So beware, I guess, if you're going to make these and keep them in the house, that someone, Shander, will eat them all. Put them in the oven. 350 till they look like this. You know. Don't they look so good? The ones with the chocolate chips look a little wonky, but hey, what are you going to do? The ones around the edges burn a little bit. Probably could have turned it halfway or something like that, but you know how we go. You know how we do it. See? Nice and crispy. Delicious chaffles. But they're nice and crispy, but they're pliable. They don't get hard. And they're moist. So if you're eating them as a sandwich, it's not going to just overwhelmingly dry you out. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Consider becoming a member. I truly appreciate all of you. Let me know what you think. How excited are you to try this? And we'll see you next time.